Hello PEI. Now, this deep dive is a little different this time.
Oh.
Yeah, instead of like exploring the world, we're kind of turning the spotlight on the man behind the scenes.
Okay.
Mike, the sponsor, writer, and producer of this very show.
Okay, so tell me about him.
Okay, so to set the stage, Mike was born in Los Angeles in the early 60s
Oh,
and adopted at birth.
okay.
His family moved to Canada when he was 5,
Okay.
and he grew up in Barrie, Ontario.
Okay.
Eventually, he returned to Barrie in 2000 and has been working in real estate ever since.
Sounds like he's already had quite a life, even before we get into all the recent discoveries.
Oh, just wait. This is where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
So about 4 years ago, Mike decided to dive into his ancestry and send a DNA sample off to Ancestry.com. He got some initial results back, showing ancestry mostly from the British Isles and a few potential distant cousins.
Right.
He checked his profile for a while, but nothing much changed, so he kind of forgot about it.
That's so common. People
Yeah.
get excited about those initial results, but then life gets in the way, and it's easy to forget about it when you don't see those immediate connections.
Right. And that's precisely what happened to Mike.
Mhm.
But then just this past January, he decided to check his Ancestry.com profile. Again, just on a whim. There were 2 messages waiting for him, both sent in 2022.
Oh, wow.
One was from a man in Temecula, California,
Yeah.
and the other from his sister.
Wow.
They had both seen Mike's DNA results and were convinced they were his half-siblings.
Oh, wow.
And get this, they knew their father had fathered a child who was given up for adoption in Encino, California, around the time that Mike was born.
Wow. Talk about a coincidence.
Right.
This highlights how DNA testing is changing how we think about family. These kinds of discoveries are becoming more and more common, leading to all sorts of unexpected reunions.
It really is amazing. So Mike started emailing back and forth with his newfound half-siblings, and they eventually started having video calls.
Wow.
It was the beginning of a whole new chapter in his life, connecting with family he never knew he had.
I can only imagine the mix of emotions he must have felt. Joy, excitement, maybe even a bit of apprehension.
Yeah,
It's a lot to process.
definitely. But
Yeah.
wait, there's more.
What?
It turns out Mike has 2 other half-siblings living in Bend, Oregon.
Wow.
And that's where his 93-year-old birth father lives, too.
Now, this is where it gets really interesting.
Yeah.
Learning about our biological family can reveal so much about our traits, our talents, even our health predispositions.
Right. And in Mike's case, it also uncovered a connection to a remarkable piece of history.
Oh. Okay, so, tell me more about this remarkable connection to history.
So Mike's birth father, right?
Yeah.
He was an electrical engineer.
Okay.
He worked with Texas Instruments in Dallas, Texas back in the 1960s.
Oh, wow.
And not just any team of engineers.
No.
This team included Nobel Prize winner Jack Kilby.
Wow, Jack Kilby's work, it essentially, made it possible to shrink computers from those massive room-sized machines
I know.
to the devices that we carry in our pockets today.
Yeah.
It revolutionized the world.
It's mind-blowing to think about.
Oh, I know.
But it gets even wilder.
Oh.
So remember how Mike was born in the early 1960s?
Yeah.
Well, that puts his father right in the thick of the space race,
Uh-huh.
working at Texas Instruments during this era of incredible technological advancement.
Hold on, are you saying what I think you're saying?
You guessed it.
Oh, my gosh.
That same team at Texas Instruments, the one that included Mike's father, they designed and built the guidance systems for Apollo 11,
You're kidding. The Apollo 11 mission, the one that landed the first humans on the moon?
the one and only. The mission that captivated the world and changed our understanding of what's possible.
Wow, that's incredible.
It's like something out of a movie, right?
Yeah.
And here's another amazing detail.
Okay.
Over 800 components designed by Mike's father's team were used on the Apollo rocket, the lunar lander, and even lunar rover.
Think about it. Pieces of technology designed by Mike's father are still on the moon today.
Wow.
Silent witnesses to one of humanity's greatest achievements.
It gives me chills just thinking about it.
I know.
It's a tangible connection to history,
Yeah.
a reminder that the impossible can become reality, and it's all tied to Mike's personal journey of discovering his family.
It really makes you think about how history isn't just something that you read in textbooks.
Right.
It's woven into all our lives, sometimes in the most unexpected ways.
Yeah.
What seems like a personal discovery for Mike also sheds light on a pivotal moment for all of humanity.
Absolutely. But there's even more to the story.
Okay.
Mike's birth father isn't just a brilliant engineer.
Yeah.
He's also a lifelong bluegrass music fan. and even helped create a public radio station in Bend, Oregon, where he still hosts a weekly show.
It sounds like he's led such a rich and fulfilling life, driven by passion and a love of learning.
Exactly.
Yeah. Sometimes, it's those seemingly chance encounters, those unexpected twists of fate that lead us to the most profound discoveries.
Like stumbling upon a podcast about Prince Edward Island and finding yourself caught up in the story of the man behind the microphone.
It really is quite amazing when you think about it.
Yeah.
Here's Mike connecting with people, helping them find their own piece of paradise on PEI through his work in real estate.
Right.
All while carrying this extraordinary family history with him.
It makes you wonder how many other hidden stories are out there just waiting to be told.
I know.
How many of our neighbors, colleagues, or even the people we pass on the street have lives filled with these remarkable twists and turns.
It's a humbling thought for sure.
Yeah.
Mike's story is a powerful reminder to stay curious, keep an open mind, and be open to the possibility that even the most ordinary seeming person might have an extraordinary story to tell.
I think what resonates most with me is that even in this age of instant communication and global interconnectedness, there are still profound discoveries to be made, connections to be forged, and mysteries to unravel.
Right.
Sometimes right in our own backyards.
And that sometimes the most personal journeys can lead us to a deeper understanding of ourselves, our history, and the world around us.
Well said.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into Mike's extraordinary story.
Yeah, thanks for listening, everybody.
It just goes to show that life is full of surprises, and you never know what you might discover when you start digging into the past.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep those minds wide open.